Hey folks, it's Jim. Going to do some solar lighting today. You can see I've got a bunch of lights out here, having a cup of coffee, drying my laundry on the line. It's overcast, but yeah, good day to do this since I don't have a lot to do. So I was going to go over some of this, and let's begin with the smallest, but don't take it for granted. A nice little piece of gear. Comes with a little cheapo solar panel. This removable thing, and you can stick it to a wall or whatever you want to do. The light works great. If you can see, even with my finger and everything on that light, you can see that LED in there. It's charging in this overcast. That's one of the things I love about this little light. It just charges well. The solar panel, again folks, solar panels are very effective. And they're very durable, and I'm going to show you one that's been beat to hell, and you'll understand why I really go for solar. But you know, it unplugs obviously, and then you can hang this on your tent or up in your house for emergency lighting. It puts off about 40 lumens. It's a reasonable little light. It's got a frost dome on it, so it puts off a less invasive light, if you will. It works excellent. I really believe in these, and I give it a thumbs up. If you're an avid camper and through hiker and all that, I would give these a thumbs up, because it also has, I believe, you can probably, I haven't tested the voltage yet, but you might be able to get some charge on your cell phone with this as well. So I give these thumbs up. And again, I have two of them. One is none, two is one, right? And this is the box that it comes in, so you know, it's the Lightme, okay? And try and get the Amazon sticker, if we got one here. Got them on Amazon, again, $9. There's the numbers for you. Oh, it's 30 lumens, sorry. It says it'll last 5,000 hours, which I believe. LEDs are excellent. It's equivalent to a 15-watt bulb, but it burns very little energy. It's an excellent piece of gear. I really like it. The next, we're going to go to LITOM and MPOW. Basically, you can see these are virtually the exact same item. This LITOM I've had way outside, so it looks a little yellower and whatnot, because it's been out in the weather for over a year now. Tried and true, durable, does what it says it'll do. The motion sensor works excellent. I put it on the entryway at my house. It's fantastic. I just bought two of the MPOWs. And I've tested them. I put it outside. It's working just as well as the LITOM, exactly the same. If you'll notice, the backs of them are exactly the same as well. 3 positions. And why do I show you the 3 positions? Because you can have it on dim and then motion sensor bright. The problem is that wears down the batteries, okay? So, and in the winter in Maine, we don't get enough solar to power this little panel and charge those batteries back up every day fully, probably. So I don't do that. I like to be able to use the position where it's a motion sensor bright. So when you walk by it, the motion detects it, and it just goes to bright. You can also have it full on for an emergency lighting application. Just put a little finish nail somewhere, hang it right on your wall where you need the light. You can also do the dim motion sensor, so when you enter the room it brightens up, but the whole house is on dim light anyway. So these also serve me many purposes as well, also for emergency lighting. I always have emergency lights ready to go. Remember, 1 is none, 2 is then. I've got 2 of each of these, so as you can see, I've got several applications. Now the next one is in this class of the Lightme, the first class that I had. This is by Maybor. I've shown these before. I've demoed them. Go find my video on it. It's 5-volt DC, so you can charge your cell phone. It's got a 6-volt panel, which puts out 8 volts. Actually, but it will, the input is for 6 volts, so you do get a good 5-volt out to charge your cell phone. On these, you can also screw these into a light socket, put it into AC mode, and this will charge via the AC from 80 to 240 volts, or 260 volts. So it works excellent, both here in Europe, I believe. And in the DC mode, obviously it's on. It puts, again, about 40 lumens out. You know, it's not ultra bright, but it's a great light. And it also has a remote control with it, which I like, which you can dim these and brighten them or do whatever you want. but it gives you that screw into a regular light socket and charge it on AC, which is awesome. It also gives you the ability to charge your cell phone off of the light when not in use during the day and you're using your panel, because that panel will charge this battery easily in full sun, so you can have excess energy to charge your cell phone as well. Love this product. Okay, so we've gone over the LITOMs. The next one is this one. This is by Bunker Hill Security. It's a decent light, kind of like an RV entryway light, motion sensor again, but it only has one on-off position, which means it's dim and then bright when you enter the motion sensor. Great for emergency lighting, and that's what I use it for. Because of the way this mounting bracket is, I can put it on the top of a curtain rod and it tilts hanging on the curtain rod perfectly, and it works great for emergency lighting. Comes with this little style solar panel, which, don't be alarmed, these are excellent. They've been manufactured, I think, by the same place or with the same quality, and I'm running several styles like this outside, and they're going 3 years plus without any fogging or anything. And by the way, I'm going to show you something that's going to be pretty interesting after we're done. So, and these are also costly by Bunker Hill. They are a decent product, but I just think there's other things out there personally. But again, I do use it for emergency lighting. The star of the show is InnoGear's new product that's out. This is 30 bright LEDs. You can see, much like those, it's basically 3 of these lights, 3.5. And you notice how big this solar panel is compared to these, right? So it has the punch to power this thing too. And again, it has a 3-position selector switch in here, which is awesome, right? The only thing about this one, you have to have it selected into a position in order for it to charge. So you can't just leave it in your windowsill off. You have to have it selected on somewhere for the solar panel to engage and charge. But the other thing, the reason why I think this is the star of the show, is a USB charging port. As you can see, it comes with a USB cable, and it does work. I charged this right off my cell phone before I put it outside, because it got in late last night. There wasn't any sun, but I was able to test it before I went to bed, because I was able to charge it off my cell phone charger. Isn't that awesome? Or your computer or whatever. I have to say, I am absolutely ecstatic about this. It is super bright. That panel is nice, big panel, as you can see. 3-position selection again to meet your personal needs, whatever you wish. I personally like on, bright, off when there's no motion, so I don't drain down my batteries with that dim mode. But you can select dim mode if you want, dim to bright. So this is just an excellent product, well thought out, completely thought through. I think in its class, it's probably the best piece of gear on the market. Again, that's by InnoGear. You can look that here. Look it up on Amazon if you want, and go from there. I got this super cheap. That was the other thing, the price for all of the functionality of this with the USB charging port, which is excellent for emergency lighting applications and other things, or if you just want to deploy them out in your garage while you're working at night or something. Excellent. Again, you can set this in your window, right, and charge it. It's excellent. I love these things. I love all of these. They're awesome. Okay, they really are. Again, InnoGear. The next thing we've got is this style, which I deploy all over my place. I'm running 4 of these at my house now in different locations. This is a 60 LED version. I have 2 90 LED versions. And I should have the box. Yep, here's the box for that. It's by Kiwi. I just got these 90s in. There's your tag, I think, from Amazon. So you can find these online. Excellent price for the product. Comes with this solar panel, which again, I've been deploying these and running these for over 3 years. No fogging, no nothing on these panels. Ice, sleet, snow, rain, everything. The only thing you have to worry about is be careful you mount it someplace where you're not going to hit it or something, because again, this is plastic, but look at all that versatility you can get to angle that to really maximize your solar potential. Okay, so, and I love these things, and this is an extra panel. I don't need it because I have so many of these. You know, basically I have an extra panel, and this one I'm servicing another panel to go with it. But you can select your lumens, your sensitivity, your time that the light will stay on when it's activated by motion, and the lux, in other words, how dark it needs to be before it activates the motion sensor. Okay, so excellent products, again, with the solar panel, and these solar panels put out between 8 and 11 watts, and they are fantastic. You can charge a lot of stuff with one of these, but mainly these lights keeps them going. Again, I'm in Maine, and I've been running these outside my house. You look how old this is. Right, this thing's been out there 3 years. So again, I highly vouch for stuff like this. The 90 LEDs, this is 60. The 90 is just picture 90 LEDs. Okay. So anyway, there's a bunch of lights and stuff, and I'm going to check the time on our video, see where we're at for time. Okay, we're at 11 minutes. I wanted to go over one last thing that I wanted to show was a little night light that's 0.3 watts. This is by Meridian, and it's a soft white LED. It's 0.3 watts. That's all this thing burns. You wouldn't even know it's plugged in. If you need night light somewhere, like I like in my kitchen when I'm watching movies or something, I don't want anything bright going on. These things are fantastic, folks. I got to tell you, I'm 0.3 watts. I really like this product. It's just something I wanted to throw in and show you. But anyway, I wanted to show you about these solar panels, okay? This is the cheapest you can get, okay? This panel will never look like this. This is a cheap panel, probably cheap as you can get. And you'll notice I've repaired this a few times, but look how crappy that cover is, right? How beat up this whole thing is, right? Now this is still putting out 8.9 volts. And it's still charging the unit it came with, okay? So for those of you who fear solar and all of that, here's an example. This thing shouldn't be working, right? Or it should hardly be putting out any voltage. This thing is still doing what it's supposed to do. Isn't that fantastic? So that's why I love solar, folks. It's been around for a long time, and it just works, okay? But I wanted to make sure I showed that and got that in there. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Showed you several different styles of lights, and this is excellent. You know, you can put this on bright too. You know, if you just want it on for a floodlight, you're working somewhere, or you can put it in motion sensor mode. So I wanted to share that about these two. The motion sensors work excellent. Sometimes, depending on the atmospheric conditions, up to 75 feet out, but moreover, more like 30. Okay. But mine have sometimes gone all the way up to 75 feet out. So anyway, there they are. I think the star of the show is the new InnoGear 30 LED with the optional USB charging port. Wow, really well thought out product, and I think it's excellent. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Experience, strength, and hope. Jim out.